Have you ever begged for love? Begged for attention? Begged to be seen? To be heard? To be chosen? And still they looked right through you like you were nothing. Let me tell you something real. The moment you beg twice, you've already told them they have power over you. This message is not for the weak. It's for the people who gave their all and got nothing, who gave chances and got walked over. This is your wake-up call, and you need to hear this all the way to the end, because by the time we finish, you won't recognize the person you used to be. The first time you beg, you're hurting, you're drowning, you're doing everything you can just to keep something from slipping away. The second time you beg, you're no longer asking for love. You're pleading for survival. You're hoping that someone, anyone, will see your pain and rescue you from it. But here's the truth they won't tell you. Begging doesn't fix broken things. Begging doesn't heal relationships. Begging doesn't restore respect. Begging breaks you. It doesn't just humble you. It starts to erase you. It strips away your voice until you look in the mirror and don't even recognize who you've become. Some of you begged someone not to leave. You begged through your tears, your voice shaking, your pride bleeding on the floor. You said, "Please don't go. Please don't give up on me. Please don't replace me like I meant nothing." And still they left. Some of you begged for a friendship to survive. You apologized for things you didn't do. You over-explained. You forgave betrayals just to keep the connection. You lowered your standards and hoped they'd finally meet you halfway. And still they distanced themselves. Or worse, they stayed, but never changed. Some of you begged your boss to see your value. You worked overtime. You showed up early. You sacrificed your mental health, your family time, your sleep, all to prove that you mattered. But what did you get? A thankless nod, a cold performance review, a promotion that went to someone else. And then there are those of you who begged your family to understand you, to stop criticizing everything you are, to stop comparing you, to love you without conditions. But you still felt like a stranger in your own home. Like no matter what you do, you'll never be enough for the people you wanted to impress most. So now, let's stop pretending. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Let's stop saying, maybe they just don't get it. No, they get it. They just don't care the way you do. Because begging doesn't open hearts. It only closes yours. It teaches people that they can do the bare minimum, and you'll still show up with everything. Why? Because people don't respect those who don't respect themselves. Because the more you lower yourself, the more they raise their ego. They start to believe they're the prize. They start to believe they're irreplaceable. They start to believe you'll never walk away. Who are you begging for? Really? Think about it. Who are you handing your power to? Someone who left you on red for days? Someone who only calls when they need something? Someone who claps when you're struggling but goes silent when you're succeeding? What are you truly asking for? Their attention? Their time? Their approval? Or are you asking for something much deeper? Your own worth to be confirmed by people who never saw it in the first place? If they couldn't see your value when you gave them your heart, why do you think they'll see it now that you've given them your soul too? Let this be your first awakening. You only beg for what you believe you don't deserve. You only chase what you think you can't attract. You only cry over people you once put on a pedestal. But the moment you stop begging, the moment you say, "No more," That's when you begin to heal. That's when you reclaim your power. That's when you remember who you are. When you stop showing up for people who wouldn't crawl for you, you start attracting people who would run just to be near your presence. It hurts at first. You'll question everything. Maybe I was too harsh. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm asking for too much. No, you're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong people. You begged once, and that's human. But the second time, that's when you betray your own soul. Let them go. Let the silence answer everything. Let their absence remind them of your worth. Because when they look back, and they will, they'll realize you were the only one who showed up with pure love. And they lost you. But by then, you won't need them to see you, because you'll have already become someone too powerful to ever beg again. This is your turning point. This is the day you stop chasing people who don't even know what they lost. You're not desperate. You're divine. You're not broken. You're becoming. So promise me this. No matter what they say, no matter how alone you feel, don't beg twice. Not for love, not for attention, not for anything that costs you your peace. You are not here to be tolerated. You are here to be celebrated. Start acting like it. Let today be the day you stop begging and start becoming. You thought you lost something valuable. You stayed up at night wondering what went wrong. You questioned your worth, your choices, and your loyalty. But let me say this to your heart. You didn't lose a blessing. You were saved from a burden. What you lost wasn't love. It was a lesson. You didn't lose peace. You were delivered from chaos. Some people were never meant to walk with you into your next season. They were chapters, not the whole story. They were noise, not your melody. And what felt like a rejection was actually redirection. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Don't cry over people God removed. Don't mourn what was blocking your breakthrough. If they walked away, it means they were never aligned with your purpose in the first place. So stop regretting their absence. Because truth is, you lost nothing by losing them. In fact, you gained everything. There are people who come into your life wearing masks. They don't show up with a warning label. They smile in your face, applaud your wins, say all the right things. But behind the scenes, they drain your light. They camouflage their toxicity with charm. They offer advice, but it's laced with control. They pretend to care, but only when it benefits them. You thought they were lifting you, but all the while, they were weighing you down. You tried to see the good in them. You gave second, third, 10th chances. You made excuses for their patterns because your heart is loyal. But loyalty to the wrong people is how many lose themselves. You were carrying dead weight, trying to fix people who were breaking you, trying to love people who only knew how to use you. And while you were pouring into them, no one was pouring into you. They distracted you from your dreams. They dimmed your light. They turned your strength into survival. You were not growing. You were shrinking. Not because you weren't capable, but because you were entangled in dysfunction. And the painful part? You thought it was love. You thought helping them heal was your responsibility. But healing isn't your job. It's theirs. And carrying their chaos was never your calling. Letting them go isn't giving up. It's growing up. It's finally seeing that peace is better than pretending. That walking alone is better than walking with someone who constantly questions your worth. So if they walked away, or you had to walk away, remind yourself of this truth. They weren't helping you. They were holding you back. Repeat it when the memories try to make you miss them. Whisper it when guilt tries to convince you it was your fault. Hold it close when you start to wonder if you made a mistake, because you didn't lose anything valuable. You were carrying something that wasn't meant for your destiny. Now, you are lighter. Now, you are free. When the noise stopped, that's when your healing began. At first, the silence was loud. The absence was uncomfortable. You reached for your phone and realized they weren't there. You sat in moments that once belonged to conversations, arguments, constant tension, and suddenly it was just you. But in that quiet, something else started to rise. Not loneliness, not emptiness, clarity. You began to see things differently. You realized how heavy you had been feeling, and how much lighter you were without their energy in your life. You noticed how peaceful it was, how calm your mind became, how you weren't walking on eggshells, how you didn't have to question if you were being too much or not enough, how you could breathe again. That's when it hits you. Peace is louder than pain ever was. And sometimes, the best thing someone can do for your growth is leave. Because in their absence, your soul started speaking. Your confidence returned, your boundaries got stronger, your thoughts became clearer. You didn't have to perform, you didn't have to explain yourself. You just existed, and in that space, you started rising. You didn't lose them. You found you. You found the version of you that doesn't settle, the one that remembers her worth, the one that chooses peace over people-pleasing, the one that says no without guilt and yes to her own healing. You gained back your time, your energy, your voice. Because let's be honest, you couldn't hear your own voice because you were drowned out by their noise. And now you're hearing yourself clearly. You're not broken. You're rebuilding. You're not missing anyone. You're meeting yourself. You're not abandoned. You've been aligned. So embrace the silence. Celebrate the solitude. Because that quiet season is sacred. That's where the real you is reborn. And every time doubt creeps in, every time nostalgia tries to lie to you, every time you wonder if they ever cared, remind yourself again, you didn't lose them. You found you. Everyone isn't meant to stay. Some were lessons. Some were distractions. But none of them were your future. Stop looking back. Stop questioning why they left. Because truth is, if they left, they were never meant to stay. One day you'll look back and be grateful for every goodbye, every rejection, and every closed door. Because it led you back to yourself, back to peace, back to your purpose. So hold your head high. You're not empty, you're evolving, you're not abandoned, you're aligned. You didn't lose anything. You lost nothing by losing them.